That was a fun one. That's one that we'll probably remember a long time around here. Coach Stallings, my college coach, came to the game, and I'll probably never invite him back because that's how we always wanted Alabama. 3 yards, cloud of dust, punt, and win 13-10 or something. It was a defensive struggle, but man, oh man, I tell you, it's really fun to win on defense and special teams, and that's what happened today. We won the game on defense, special teams, and just enough offense, to get it done. And at some critical times that the offense was able to come through. But really proud of them. Overcame a lot of adversity in the ball game. Just want to congratulate Louisville. That was 2 great defenses on the field tonight. 2 great defenses. Those guys were number 1 in the country last year and number 1 in the country right now. And certainly earned my respect because I thought they did a great job, had a great plan against us. We missed some opportunities, had a couple big drops that could have made a difference, made some mistakes in all areas. But really proud of our team for just again overcoming adversity, never quitting, just playing 4 quarters. This team has, I think, the fact that we have played people, they're very battle tested and they got mental toughness. And one of the things that I was really pleased with, I told our seniors after the game, in their career, they're 7-1 in games that have been decided by a touchdown or less. 7-1. Their only loss being at Florida State a few weeks ago. And that's culture, that's mentality, that's attitude, that's toughness, that's desire. That's the will to win. That's love for each other. That's belief, and really proud of those guys for hanging in there. Defensively, it's about as good a performance as. That was better than last week. We didn't shut them out, but it was better than last week. We had 4th down stops. We had 3rd and inches stops. We had goal line stops. They were 1 of 17 on 3rd down. Just tremendous defense. Created 2 turnovers, had a score on defense. Vic Beasley got the record today. Ben Boulware got his first start, and I thought he played just lights out football for us. That was a big loss with Tony, especially the way he was playing and being prepared very hard. Came back and just played a great game. J-Ron. That's what it's. That play, obviously, they got no timeouts, and we kick the field goal. They're going to have to go the distance with no timeouts to get a touchdown. So, the worst thing that can happen is you miss a tackle or you let a guy get behind you, and that's what happened. But J-Ron didn't quit. He went, he got him down on the ground, and called timeout. Let's catch our breath. Let's refocus here. Hey, it's going to take a touchdown. So let's play defense here. And just couldn't be more proud of our guys. The big 2nd down, they clock it on 3rd down, and our guys were ready to go. And just a great way to win a football game. It's one of those wins that'll go a long way for us. Special teams. We score a punt return. We've been close. We have been the last 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks in a row that I think we have just been outstanding on special teams. And we talk about it all the time. We talk about the field position battle all the time. We talk about our plan to win and impacting the game in special teams, and that was something that we needed to do better. And Adam Humphreys, had 107 yards in punt returns and a touchdown today. Guys taking pride in the fundamentals, holding up their guy. Guys did just a tremendous job in, taking pride in that. That's the most return yards we've had since C.J. Spiller was here. So big difference in the game. Ammon Lacob 3 for 3. Kind of banked one in off that last one. I think he called the bank on it, but all it's got to do is go through the pipe somehow. And that was obviously a huge field goal because they had to have the touchdown there at the end. Same thing, Pinion continues to be tremendous. Offensively, we weren't pretty. The final drive was pretty, though. It was special to be able to find enough grit and will to take basically 5 minutes or so off the clock on that last drive and moved the ball all the way down the field. That was awesome to see because it was a struggle all day offensively, but just a tremendous job. Adam Choice, our offensive line battle, and Beasley really kind of took it over there on that left side down the stretch. And then I can't say enough for Cole Stout. It just seemed like when Deshaun went out, everything just even like our fans, it just seemed like kind of got deflated a little bit. But that's what team's about. Guys got to step up, and the thing I want to say about Cole and what I told the team is, he lost his job. He's a senior, and he lost his job, got beat out, and he didn't take his helmet and throw it up in the stands. He didn't call mama and cry. Parents didn't call me. Woe is me. All this stuff. What he did is he still continued to lead as if he was the starter. His exact words to me were, Coach, I don't like it, but, I'll be ready when you need me. And all he did was come to work every day with a smile on his face, continued to be the same Cole Stout that he's been since he got here, and I'm just so proud of him. It's just that's to me is what champions are made of. When you respond the right way, he didn't pout, none of that stuff, and he was an inspiration to his teammates. To be honest with you, not just tonight, but just in how he handled the situation. Very supportive of Deshaun, and it was good to see that support return tonight. The guys rallied around him. He was 20 for 33 and just battled his tail off. But here's the thing you don't know about Cole Stout. He didn't take one snap at practice this week. Not one snap. He took a shot before the game with an AC separation last week and gritted it out. So I'm really proud of him. Artavis had a big day, and appreciate our fans. I thought they were tremendous at some critical times in the game. Just great energy. So it was a big win, and we're happy to have it. We're very fortunate to get that win. It's an excellent team, but I'm proud of our team for finding a way, and that's what good teams do. And I felt like this was kind of a hump week for us. If we could just kind of get over this hump, we were starting to create a little bit of momentum. So that's a big shot in the arm, and but our mentality, we're going to enjoy it tonight, and season starts tomorrow. I mean, it's a one-game season. That's what we're trying to keep that mentality, truly keep that mentality, and we have not won on the road yet. So that's the one thing we haven't done. So we gotta enjoy this tonight, flush it tomorrow, learn, get better, and go up to BC against a tough football team. Team that beat Southern Cal at home. They're very tough at home, and see if we can find a way to win. But really proud of our guys. Any questions?
What's the status of Deshaun Watson?
Broke his finger. So, it's on his throwing hand, so he'll be out a few weeks. Who knows, because if he was a lineman, he'd play this week. He was probably a linebacker or something, but with his position, he'll be out a few weeks.
The finger, Dabo?
It's right. It's just kind of like right here, just above one of his fingers in his hand there. Is what they told me. I'll know a little bit more tomorrow, but they just said, could be 3 weeks, could be 4 weeks. So we'll see. And we'll go to BC next week. We come back. We got Syracuse, I think, and then we got an open date. Go to Wake Forest. So hopefully we'll get him back here. Somewhere down the road, maybe Georgia Tech or something.
The final play call on third down. I'm sure you wanted to score with Choice, but was the main objective making them burn that time?
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted to. We needed points there, and obviously we wanted to score a touchdown. But I knew he was going to have to use his timeout right there, so definitely wanted to keep it on the ground and try to take as much time off as we could. And if we make that field goal, hey, as good as we've played defense the whole game, if they can go the field with no timeouts and whatever minute 20 left and score a touchdown, then hey, tip your hat and you're going. And they almost got it done. They really hadn't made a big play pretty much the whole game, and that's the only thing that was disappointing is just poor technique right there, and then we don't make a play. But again, they didn't quit. J-Ron made as big a play as there was in the game. But our defense was awesome, And that's what it's all about. We talk about it all the time. The tougher it gets, the better we got to be. And it seemed like that was the way they played all night.
You talked about winning with defense for a couple of years now, but having to make 3 plays from the 1-yard line has got to be hard to imagine.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with winning on defense. I mean, I've been a part of a lot of games like that in the past, that's for sure. And we've won a bunch of games on offense around here. We've won a bunch of shootouts. So it's a whole lot better when you got a defense that can go out there and stop them. It just makes things, you call things a little bit differently. Your strategy's a little different. They overcame their coaching. I thought I'd put us in bad position a couple times. The 4th and inch. We got to make an inch first of all, and but part of that is how our defense was playing and the confidence that I have in those guys. So, again, we missed some opportunities. Again, dropped probably 2 touchdowns that were just great throws, and that we usually have. We've been finishing. We really hadn't had drops. We've been catching about everything, and had a couple of big misses there. But again, we finally settled in and got some things going in the running game. And they were just enough plays, but you got to give them credit. I mean, I'm telling you that's a really good defense. They hadn't given up a touchdown in 16 quarters coming into this game. Most points they've given up is 23. That's a legit group. Again, number 1 in the nation last year, and a lot of those guys back. So very impressed with them. But the best defense on the field was Clemson, and that was the difference in the game.
You surprised they spiked it on 3rd down?
A little bit. I was a little bit, and that's another thing. We should have got points before the half, and we should have clocked it. We should have definitely spiked it, but I thought we were going to line up and run the play. And next thing I know, we got personnel coming in the game, and now it's too late to clock it. So we let some precious time get away. That's a poor job by me. Period. And I cannot let that happen. And then we got 17 seconds, and it was a bad decision by Cole. We told him, listen, we're going to run a sprint out, and it's either wide open or you throw it away, and we kicked the field goal. And he went Johnny Manziel on me right there, but he didn't quite get in there, and so I wasn't real happy with that. But we screwed it up too. So it was a little bit of everything. I was very disappointed to not get points right there. That could have cost us. That game we kind of would have been put away right there at the end if we capitalized right there. But that's football. A lot of adversity. We've played great and have lost. I.e. Florida State. We've played about as good as we can play and lose a ball game. And tonight we made a ton of mistakes, but we found a way to win. And that's special. And I told our guys, I feel sorry for people who have never experienced what I just experienced in that locker room. The brotherhood, the love in the locker room, the joy and happiness of accomplishing a goal, especially a hard-fought victory like that was. I mean, it's just special. And I mean, I'm just blessed and humbled to have the opportunity to do what I do at a place like Clemson with a group of guys like I have, coaches and players, and just an awesome win. I mean, there was every ounce of every player and every coach was left on that field out there tonight. And, it's good to win one like that.
Talk about Vic breaking the record with Michael Dean Perry on the sideline to see it happen.
Well, that's special. That record's been around here a long time, and obviously Gaines tied it too, but you're talking about great players. And, Vic, to do it as 1 year as a starter and now 6 games into his senior year, it just tells you, what that guy, I mean, he's unreal. I mean, how many has he got now this year?
8.
He's got 8 sacks in 6 games. I mean, that's 2 years worth for a lot of good players. Just very, very special young man. And, I'm really happy for him. And I know Michael Dean's happy for him, too. He's very happy for him. And for us to win a game defensively like that, with Brian Dawkins there, with Michael Dean Perry there, I know those guys were smiling.
The margin for error and the difference between victory and defeat, I'm sure, illustrated by the kicking game, and that Ammon was able to come through today.
Yeah, he's. I think he was 7 of 8 at home coming into this game, and so 10 of 11 in the Valley. He's obviously pretty comfortable out there. We haven't won on the road yet, so that's what we got. We got to try to find a way to go get one on the road. We've had 2, fourth quarter losses, or one in overtime. So we got to find a way to get it done, and the kicking game's a part of it. And Ammon, this will be a big week for him. We need him. Hopefully now, coming out of this 3-game home stretch, he's been really, really good. And hopefully he'll be confident and a different guy than he was, earlier in the season. He got more experience and all that, and he's had some success. And we need him. We're going to need him to, come through for us.
Yeah, but who do you prepare as your backup quarterback, and how much work does he get in practice considering Cole's shoulder situation?
Yeah, Nick Schuessler. Nick took every second-team rep this week. He actually had a really good week of practice, and he took all the second-team work and was ready to play. But our plan was, our trainers was that Cole was going to get better each day. Let's prepare Nick, and then we were going to give him a shot on game day and see where he was. So, it worked out. But Nick Schuessler will get all the second-team work. Nick's very capable. Nick is he's a solid player as well. Obviously hasn't had a lot of experience, but understands what we do and very capable of going in and winning for us.
With Cole going forward, what do you say to a kid like that, given the road he's been on, to kind of coach him up, get his confidence?
Seize the moment. Seize the moment. This is your opportunity. I told him in Tallahassee. Obviously, when we made that change, he was disappointed, and I told him, I said, hey, don't lose who you are. All right. Don't let this change who you are. And I also told him, I said, listen, we're going to need you. We're going to need you. And you have an opportunity right now. You got a choice you got to make. You got a choice. How you going to handle this? And he made the right choice. And I knew we'd need him again. This is Cole's a good player. And so, we expect him to play at a high level for us. And, he's going to have to lead us these next several weeks. And we'll look forward to getting Deshaun back. It's unfortunate that I don't really know when he did it. I think he did it maybe on the kind of running out of bounds over on the left side or something. But we'll get him back at some point here in a few weeks. But Cole's got to step up and maximize his opportunity and be the player that we know he can be.
Do you think that you guys will look, when you guys are in those short yardage situations, about trying to take some snaps right under center against these elite defenses like Florida State, like Louisville, that seem to get in there and cause disruption on one of those short yardage situations?
No, we do what we do. We do what we do. You can watch us for the last 4 years. We've been about as good a team in the country on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 as there's been. Obviously, you point out a couple of critical misses, but we had a bunch of makes with doing what we do. We'll continue to, play how we play.
What defense were you guys in on that last play? Because obviously there could have been 5 or 6 different ways Louisville could have gone.
Yeah, we're just playing our goal line red zone type of coverage, and we were well prepared for that play. It was actually a play that Coach V had seen them run at Western Kentucky on a last play situation. That's great preparation showing up on game day. Our guys were very well prepared. Everybody was covered. I think the guy he was throwing to it was actually on the ground. I think Deshaun Williams actually hit the ball. They were ready. They were ready to play. And had a little bit of confusion there, though, because they spiked the ball. There wasn't a timeout. But I'm not sure if I'm not sure what happened with the clock there at the end. It seemed like they reset the clock or something. But anyway, we made the play and won the game.
How concerned are you offensively without Deshaun the next 3 or 4 weeks?
No, we go back to work. We got capable people. Colt, we just found a way to beat the #1 defense in the country, and it obviously wasn't pretty, but we did enough to get it done. We'll get better. We'll get better. There's no question about it. Cole will rise to the occasion. It's good to see a guy like Adam Choice in there. He rushed for 61 tough yards. They were only giving up 50-something yards rushing, coming into this game. And, so we had a little bit more than that. That's probably the least amount of offense we've had in a long time. I don't know how long, but it's a long time. And but the difference in the game is they were 1 of 17 on third down, and we weren't much better. But we'll get better. We'll get better.
Yeah, but with Deshaun, does he have to have surgery? Are there pins in the finger?
I don't know about that. I think they just cast it, is what they do. I think all it is a cast situation. And just, like I said, if he was, if he was another player other than a receiver or a quarterback, you just cast it and he goes and plays. But that's obviously not going to work at quarterback.
Want to be clear with Boulware. Was it a concussion last week, and what was the protocol to have him cleared?
Yeah, it was a concussion. And they have the doctors have a protocol that they go through. He didn't really practice until he didn't have any contact, got back in on Wednesday and did some work in what we call green, which means he doesn't do any live work or anything like that, and looked good. I mean, he actually felt pretty good on Sunday. But they got to go, regardless of where a guy is, they have to go through this certain protocol and all these measures. But they felt really good about where he was, and obviously, I mean, he played unbelievable.
You probably didn't have the best vantage point on that slant. They hit to the one. Are you thinking at first this touchdown?
Yeah, it was close. Yeah, I did. I really did. I thought that, but I didn't see the hands go up immediately, and I heard them in the box. They told me it was 1 yard line, 1 yard line. It was 1 yard too short.
Anything else? Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank y'all.